Hey guys, this is 10x Dragon, and we are fighting in the War of Chalice here in out of Kingdom 214. We are pushing Joker Wild or Scorpion this time around. I just remade a lot of my T5, so hopefully they all won't die. Emperors in a little bit as well, so I'm gonna have to go there as well. So let's see how we end up doing here. He needs 992. And I'm gonna send full T5 for this guy here. I have faith in him that he won't kill them all. Should be good. I'm gonna be saving my boots for when we're holding it and reining in, so we have to be in fast for that. Don't come in here. Yes. That's my little boy trying to sneak into the stream here. Alright. Doesn't look that like there's that much competition this time. Just these guys here. Merlin, looks like they're pushing him. 169, of course 155 stars. Some pretty good champ. He's got general. But on our end, we've got general and baronet. And, well, the other guy's got more stars and artifacts, so let's see how we do. And seconds, and we did fill 4 million fill. That means he's got all the WoW heroes. He's got all the Wonder research done as well. So let's see if we knock him out here using carps to get out, and we did. Win that one. And we did pretty good hit on them. Alright, to pull my troops now. And you know what? I'm glad I'm gonna pull because I forgot to go into speed. I need to stay in the speed gear because 1, it's faster, and 2, I've got all my sigils, so that'll actually help his attack. So now we are going to do 884. See, the math is always fun. So now a chalice is a little different than some of the other ones, like Emperor or Dragon Arena. It's really just about the person who you're filling for. And of course you get points for the kills, so every T4 or higher, just like Emperor, you get kills for, and you can redeem them for some items like packs for like Gargantuan, Frostwing, Queen Bee, Devil Caps, License to Kills, Elixirs, or resources. So it's really not the best prizes. There's no like royal jewels or anything like that, but it is just more for like bragging rights and just to have some fun. Like these I'm all capped out anyway. I don't need them. I don't ever use devil caps anyway. I don't need them. So it's pretty much just to support my guild member here. And it lasts about a little under 2 hours normally, versus Emperor lasts 8 hours, and that's constantly filling back and forth. So let's see. Now of course I've got anti on here. I'm sure he's gonna be hit soon. Oh, a little bit short. It looks like I am filling more than most in here. A lot of them are doing 200. Some are actually doing the 375. And I did boost a 50% army boost as well, so I actually could fill another 75 if I needed to, which would be 150, 75 in this case, because he was asking for 884, or some people call it 442, but so we can have a little bit more fill. We're almost at 100. We just need a little bit more of the sigils. It's 1600, gives you an extra 100% attack, which helps. I'm sure we're gonna get black winged at one point, which is all the troops that die are permadead. They don't go to the infirmary. So when that happens and you're sending all T5, that really is not fun at all. And of course I've got the chat blocked just for our internal purposes here, and that should fill us up all the way. So now we're gonna see when they hit, and it's really more about like time, I believe, like who's holding this the longest. So I think they're going to be in pretty bad shape here. That's his speed gear, of course. And you normally want to launch in speed gear just so it goes faster, so then if you're when you're carping into the fort or chalice or wonder, they have less time to react and counter. And really, I think one of the main reasons why, even though has a little bit of a better account in terms of castle stars and artifacts, is that we're sending almost all T5, and that difference between the T5 and the T4 is just too much to overcome in that case. And LH0 is crazy like that. Their whole motto is buy, 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 so you're just constantly rebuilding your troops. And I actually did boost about 900,000 each, so I'll do another 300,000 depending after this, and we'll see. I'd like to keep 1 million T5 here. So see here, he's sending. Everybody scouts each other. And let's see what he did. Man, it's so slow. There's a little lag here. Yeah, he switched back already. But we beat him. It's a big loss though on both sides. And let's see here. Yeah, we lost a lot of range. They took big hits on their amp, but again, you can see the main difference here. We're sending 1.5 million T5, 1.2 million T5, over 800,000. Where they're just sending, I mean, not even a third really of what we're sending. What is that? That's 2 million here, and we're already over like 3 million. So they're saying like a lot less, like about third less, and then they're sending, you know, more T4, but you know, when you have that much T5, it makes a huge difference there. Alright, let's see. And we're gonna now reset again. So I lost about 70,000 there. But the one thing I do have to be careful of is that I do not have a very big infirmaries right now. So that is something I need to be very cautious of. Yeah, see, I've already filled up 90,000 of 151,000 because I'm in troop building mode. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up these guys. I do have enough Lunite and resources to hopefully be able to keep healing that in between each one. So they're probably going to give up soon, to be honest with you, because it doesn't look like they have much of a chance here. Recall, and I'm going to reinforce. That's why it's good to be in a guild that has a lot of troops, and it just makes such a huge difference here. Actually, I send in less, but next time I'll send in more. Sometimes doing the math is annoying, especially when you're boosted. So you have to really think about that ahead of time or have those preset. So well, we should still fill. Yeah, we're pretty much filled up anyway, or will be once these few people redo it. And now you see more people have gone on, so we have our sigils there, so that actually gives them another 100% boost, which is great. And we're full again. Let's see how many points have we got so far. I'm at 382,000 now. I don't even know what I'd use these for, to be honest with you. I don't really need much of this stuff. I wish I had jewels or some better prizes in here. So you basically get 1 point for every tier 4 troop, and then 2 points for every T5 that you kill. You can only hold 1 billion Chalice points at a time. And then of course it's by kingdom, so you know certain kingdoms are assigned to different ones. So you can see there's so many different opportunities depending on which kingdom you're in. So I believe there are, it looks like 48 at this time, so 48 paladins are possible here. And then the paladin gets an award of 100,000 gems and 120 million gold. And then second place gets the chalice, which is some seeds and some, you know, rare gear pieces here. Actually, what does that one have in there? Yeah, this one gives you a legendary seed and ancient blueprints and halo. But again, it's more about the bragging rights, and here they give you epic, one of each as well. I think that's the same. Oh, you get 2 instead of and the silver and 1 of each in the rank 3. And they don't really tell you the occupy time, during. You just kind of got to keep track of that too. So I think we got hit again. So you saw I jumped up another like 28 there. So let's go see what that was. Oh, so we lost that one. So they won that one. They had a little bit more people. In red. Oh yeah, he went really big in on that one. So he basically was spearing at this point, which gives it an added boost because like if you're in mixed gear, you know, at least for like my Kingdom 1000 account, for example, it's like 700 and like 25 and then like 690 and like 680 level of attack. And then army attack's like another 350 something and army hit points is like 500 something. But when you spear, I still have over that 300 army attack and the 500 hit points. But then that attack bonus for the main troop type ends up going higher, like over 900, over 1,000%. So that extra 300% really helps, and that can help overcome the difference between sending, you know, mostly T5 and not. And you know, they did up their T5 game a little bit there, you know, in that case. And then they also sent Inf Wedge, and we were in range. Well, so they actually hit our range first. So they countered us pretty well, you know, in that case. And I'm gonna heal again. Even I can probably take a couple more. I just want to minimize my losses as much as possible. Normally I would have about 750, 770,000 space in an infirmary, but I've got mostly manners right now just because I am in troop building mode still here. And then you also have, you know, your friendly guilds too, giving them some points too, letting them go in. And if you spread it out through the family guild too, it helps. But then when you push someone, you kind of decide ahead of time who you want to win in the family, and that's how, you know, we determine that. So, you know, obviously we're pushing Joker. This will give some time here for them. And, you know, this account's is actually stronger. It's got the full stars. And, you know, the idea is almost you're going to wear down your opponent's troops until they can't go. And I guess he's not pulling. So they filled up over here too. And here we're actually attacking one of their fillers. Over here. So obviously the weaker set. Yeah, I don't know if he didn't have anti on. That's how they determine that they're going to attack him. Well, you know, knocking out some of their fillers gives more kills and just a little bit more fun here. Alright, so it looks like they're pulling. So now Conquest, I'm going to Rain. I'm just going to use a preset here and go. And I'm going to use a 75%. And 75% just so he doesn't get knocked out. So if you're fast and, you know, when someone does a swap like that, you can just, you know, knock them out real fast. So that's why reining in really fast is important. They did 884, but I did 111. So. We still need to fill more. And if you're noticing, the reinforcement levels is fluctuating a little bit. It's like 3.9 million sometimes, and now it's, you know, over 4 million this time. In Wonder 2, there is a research called rally participant that also can boost the number of troops that you can send to a rally. So that can affect it as well. So it depends on who the people killing are. That they also have that research done or not. So then here he comes. He's going to be back in there. So that's, he's back in his champ set here. Mixed. He knocked us out again. So he's learning and adapting there. Let's take a look. Oh, that was a close one. That was really close. That was about, 46,000 troop difference there. Yeah, wow, a range got butchered. Yeah, so we're dropping a lot of T5 here. And they're kind of spreading it out between T5 and T4. So let's see how many troops I lost there. So in wild type battles, you don't go to Sanctuary. So pretty much when they're dead, they're dead. So it's important that you keep your infirmary as big as possible and as empty as possible. So I'm gonna keep healing them up in between each one, just to make sure. Because if they do a Blackwing, then that would have been a lot more, and that might actually, depending on how much damage they do, take out a good chunk there. Alright, so let's fill up again. He's asking for 974. And so far, I've lost about 19,000 infantry. I haven't lost really any cav, and I've lost quite a bit of range here. I was about 900,000 starting for each one, a little bit over that. So we're gonna go 900,000, 90,000. So we have enough players that I don't have to go too high. Oh, I can't even do that. So in that case, I just sent 111. He's almost full already. So I just sent it. These guys are coming into the fray here. I think. Probably get capped there. That was probably leadless or probably fake. They were going too fast. Got about 1 minute 55 seconds. He's in his mixed, champ gear set. And this is, one of pretty much standard, mixed sets that you have. You have the Cav sword, Cav helm, ranged chest plate, inf boots, and you have the inf and Cav offhand. This is inf and cavalry. And then I believe that's range and cav, or range and And if I have to double check on that one. So now it looks like they are resetting here. Coming in fast. Let's see. I'm sure it's they're trying to refill fast too. So they're probably switching up. I don't know if he telegraphed anything or not. He's pretty much in his mixed version. So again, this is all the champ. This is not champ, but that's probably one of the best offhands or non-champ pieces actually. And of course you have the cups here. And you don't get to see the jewels or any of that part of it, but they're all gold there. And if you notice when I clicked on it, on Merlin, you can see here he's been poisoned. That's the Queen Bee familiar attack that sends people to the infirmary. And then this is a Frostwing attack which slows the other person's troops down, so it takes longer to walk somewhere. And I think it cuts down the speed quite a bit, so it's a slower walk. And looks like we won that one. So here, we did win that one by a bit. And then, oh, this guy, what did he do? Oh, he just did a one troop just for the heck of it. Alright, so now we gotta reset again. So when you carp in, they don't have time to react sometimes too, right? So that's why it can be important. Recall. And reinforce. Gonna heal again. So I'm just being consistent, in between each one. I'm just gonna keep healing, even though that's only 30,000 wounded. Oh, I'm out of wood. Shoot. For some wood from the guild. And most guilds will, for cases of war, provide the resources when you're in this situation. But actually, I could use my points and get some wood too, actually, now. If they don't have it, that's what I'll do, if I get closer to that. But, if someone's sending me. So here you can see the rallies you know, are all kind of being set here. You know, this is, of course, looks like the main competitor. This is our, you know, family guild right here. So they're only setting, and if you just in case they win, they'll hit. But if they lose, they'll cancel. And that minimizes the time that they have in the Chalice, so they have a hard time to win. And then this also over here, we have so many family guilds. Sometimes I can't keep track. I gotta actually go look at the board and see what we have. Who's it now? Yeah, so that's also a family guild or ally there too. So you bring back up to the battle. But as you guys can see, you know, LH0 does not use bots like sometimes we get accused of. We just fill extremely fast, and you know, everyone really likes kills too. So you know, one of the other advantages of doing this is that your kill total goes up, and then the other, you know, key stat that people look at is the EDM, or enemies destroyed might. And so you can see that's like almost 44 billion for this account right here. Pretty good win rate. Most of my accounts are like 94, 96%, even Kingdom 1000s like that. But this one definitely has a lot less, just because it was my first account and I didn't know exactly what I was doing initially, and I think the first 6 months or so I was more, you know, free to play on here. And then, you know, I have a few champ pieces on here, as you can see, but really the other accounts got most of the champ gear on it. Let's see, I need to reset here. No, I don't. And how much time left here? So it looks still like another hour left of this. Right, yeah. But they were crosswing, so they're slower, so I don't know if he's gonna hit first or the other one's gonna hit first, or if he's gonna pull or not. He should pull. He did not pull. That was bad on their part. So that was a mess up. They should not have done that. That was really lame on their part of it. So because they hit first and they didn't pull like they were supposed to, the other team actually knocked us out. Yeah, so that was bad. That was a bad communication or something there. Travel time increased by 3%. So I'm gonna say, you know, like don't forget Merlin has Frostwing, so travel time is slower. Alright, so let's refill up. 992. What are people sending? I think it's supposed to be 992, right? Looks like 992 is what we're supposed to be sending. That's not right. Normally you can send 60-40 in a traditional thing to save all your T5, but you know we don't do that here. Let's send this in first. So let's see here. Who else I got here? Three-piece champs, kind of similar to my account. More of a filler. Definitely needs work on this gear. That's one of the range casual skins. That's pretty nice. 75 skins is good. Needs to work on the artifacts. This is Rock, our 5, one of her accounts at least. Here, I don't think it's the strong one. John's another good lead of ours, since he's got full castle stars. He's got 322 stars, 504 levels, and 3 of them are blessed. And he's got the good champ gear, and of course he's got Lightweaver, so pretty sure a lot of this is he's full champ, of course. Chubby Moon. It's so funny, people change their names a lot, so it's always, you also have to look at the nickname sometimes to know who's who. And then sometimes people from family guilds come in to help Bill. So it looks like we're gonna hit these people too. Need some help with some carpets here. I'm not sure if I have any, but if I do, I'll help use them. So carpeting really does help because you give such little time, because you have to go click on the tower icon and read it and then go back and do your changes. So when you carpet, it's really hard, especially when you're that close to do anything about it. So that's why it's really a big team effort here. So let's go take a look at the victory. Yeah, and these are close, battles here, because obviously, Joker's not one of our strongest leads, but that's why we're still pushing him and supporting, and we're still, and doing a pretty good job here. Sting. So they lost a lot of their inf T5. We got nailed on the range again. Like range, we tend to go through range more than anything. Now again, they're doing this again. Let's see what he is doing. I'm getting it. Leave that. So you can see we got about an hour left still. Lost about 78,000 troops there. Refill 974. So by constantly changing up, you know, the troop comp and things like that, it can make them have to adjust. And if they've already set, you know, unless they cancel. Come on, again. So it would have actually been better for me to keep my troops in there, but I guess other people can get some kills in here. The prizes are not that great, so it doesn't really matter. So about 300, yeah, get a little kills. But you can see the EDM goes up quite a bit every time. Let's go heal. That 150 infirmary thing really does make me nervous. See, look, I'm like 136 on that one. So that is close. Like, you can easily forget it. And then if I had gone over that, I would have lost all of those troops that are over it. As you can see, it's like mostly manners here. Except for about 3. But I definitely think we're in the lead here. So he's in speed. This, you know, obviously you always want to launch in speed. Let's see if he does anything. Like a spear this time. You don't like seeing yellow, it's too bright. This is my boy Winter. We were in PA together. Well, that's where we first met. Oh, he needs to work on a Skull Crusher though. Well, he's a good player, experienced player. Knows a lot of higher end strategy, which is something that I'm still, you know, working on and learning myself. So he's a good guy. It's interesting looking at, like, you know, the gear and the setup, you know, and it's surprisingly most like 1.5 to 2.5 billion actually are not that you know, strong in that sense. Alright, so it looks like we got Cav blasted out. So I remember I told you I had a feeling that he's gonna switch and do a Cav blast. So now it looks like they released for some reason. Oh no, so then that's what our you know, a family member, he hit right after, so then he knocked them out afterwards. So that's really how you want to do it, because then it's minimizing their time and then ensuring. So now when we're ready, he'll go ahead and pull, so we can kind of walk into it. So he's gonna go and, oh. And now they pulled. I don't know why they did that late. They got to work on their timing a little bit. Ay, ay, ay. Someone better solo that fast. So now everyone's just kind of going in and soloing it here. But they've already reinforced it, I bet. That was a bad mess up. No, 11k. Pretty standard, all the, you know, P5s, but you can tell it's emphasizing the cav. Army attack boost 70%. That also helps. And then he's got about 1,000 there. And normally it's good to be on a call when you have family guilds, because if you're not, you know, miscommunication and those sort of things can happen like that. So now they're feeling like that should not have happened. Like, Joker should have been able to grab it. We should have been able to go in and reinforce that. Let's go fill up whatever he needs in here. He's asking for. Sometimes people just sense funny stuff. So I think 992, right? I'm a little confused here. He asked for 992. I don't know why people are sending weird stuff. So. I should really do the math. Oh, it's already full. I'm sitting this one out. So you gotta be fast too, on the fill. So I get to take a break and I will use that to go heal. Cloud just likes hitting people. To go make sure my infirmary is clear again. It's a good thing I stocked up on Lunite a little bit. So what am I doing? honestly not too bad. You know, if everything was 900,000 here before, so about, you know, like about 62,000 here, and even less here, like 22,000 or 28,000 here, because I was a little bit over that. But really, the range has been getting hit pretty hard. But considering how many rallies we've been doing in battles, this actually has not been that bad. And if they have the anti-down, because he did have the boost of 70%, you can see his troop totals in there as well. Let me actually take a look here. And so here, he has 26,000 troops only, which is interesting. I have a lot more troops than him even, but he's running low on the T5. It's like, especially his cav is pretty much toast. Whatever is in there is probably all he has left. So we're gonna outlast him. He's eventually gonna run out of troops and not be able to do much, because then, you know, we'll crush T4. He's got a 4 to 5 million T2. You know, I'm not sure why he has this T1s here, but normally the only T1 that I'll have is the Siege, the Ballista, and, you know, I'll have at least like 500,000 to 1 million. And that's good for gathering and familiar attacks. And, you know, walkbacks, etc. He's got a little bit here. And he's in the 4 to 5 million range on the T2. You know, I've got 10 million here. T3, he has siege a lot. Well, almost 1.5 million. I tend not to have any T3 at all. Got some destroyers, and he still has you know, a good amount, like T4. I've got over double that. You know, on my end, but he definitely has had a lot more T5 there initially. At least, you know, probably prepping for this too. All right, let's go back and see now that they're here. You know, it looks like we won. They pulled one of the two. I'm just gonna reinforce one. Alright, so what they're planning to do is let him set another rally, and then we're gonna get the occupy time for Joker, and then once he pulls, whatever other guys is gonna rally him and do a Blackwing, like from a kill a lot more of their troops, so he cannot heal them up, and that's gonna hurt. Blackwings are never fun unless you're giving them and sending them out. And then they're great. But it's just a lot of patience. You know, a lot of times we're in this kind of support role. He doesn't have anti-on, which is really, really dumb. He's going for that attack boost instead of having anti, and while it can help push, it helps us strategize to, you know, win the game long term, not just one rally. So it's very, very silly that he's kind of doing that. could actually be rallying him when he's in the Chalice too, and just zero him out. So it looks like he just put the anti on, according to what's people are in the chat are saying. But we already saw his troop totals, right? He was extremely low on cavalry. So he's probably going to send infantry or range next, probably inf. But pretty sure we're going to pull and do a black wing on him. We have a lot of our players split between kingdoms right now too, so this is only the people in 2-1-4. But we have a lot of people in a couple other kingdoms, so it wasn't worth them coming over because everyone kind of clears out sometimes when we drop in. So it cleared out pretty quick this time. So it's important to migrate it fast and to join all the rallies to get that initial drop in a rally boost and kills, otherwise it fades out if you wait. So he uses attack boost and so he's walking, but the other guy isn't walking yet. It's weird timing. So he's holding. So he's traveling now. That's 2 minutes. So he's gonna have to cancel or he's gonna carp it. I don't know. He's probably waiting for that now to hit. But we're gonna pull. And again, that Frostwing actually makes him 300 times slower. So that does not help our cause. But see, he's showing calf. See, he's in more of a calf setup. And now he could be doing that to trick us and switch to Inf also, because he was running low on cavalry before. And it looks like he canceled it out. Interesting. I wonder if they're calling it. Time is left here. So if you minimize the options on the screen, you can actually see the time left on the Chalice battle up on the top left here. So we still have 43 minutes to go. Maybe something exciting will happen. I really want to see if we can black wing him. Of course, you can do a familiar attack. I don't think I have Grim. No, I don't have any Grims yet on there. And mine's also very low, but this actually will kill the T5s of the highest level troop. This one will take away resources, and then this one, of course, slows them down. I haven't really boosted those up yet. And that's just fun. And sometimes, if they're not sending a one troop inf with their troops, by the speed of their fillers, you can determine what troop type they're sending. So normally, you know, more advanced people would send one inf T5 and the rest whatever they were sending. Of course, if you're sending inf, you just send all inf. So that way it masks, you know, what you're actually really sending. Let's drag them over here. Man, it fills up so fast. By the time I even know that there's another side rally going on, it's already gone. So he's burned. He's next. $40 minutes to go. I'm getting hungry for dinner too. Refresh the cargo ship. See if I get any goodies. I don't need brave hearts. Pass. Back. Guess he pulled? I don't know. Oh, he pulled because they were finally walking here. Let's see what they sent. Nice, use all my gold on that. They pulled right away. I bet you it was out or something. Can't tell now. Oh well. And they pulled. Or they got hit out by these guys. Right now. My gold. Can't capture Gilmate, so it looks like he knocked him out. Speed in. Probably one of the first ones, yeah. But that's the thing, if you speed in as quickly as you can, the other people can't solo you out. like what happened to Merlin there just now. So then Merlin has to reset. Now we get another 5 minutes, and that occupied time is really what determines who wins and who becomes the Paladin. Let's go check. I think I had get injured that time. Let's go. Yeah, and also I made sure I registered for Showdown before, and I joined this as well because my might did drop quite a bit, and it changes the order a bit. Pass it. 35 minutes left, and I've got about almost 600,000 Chalice points here, which really is only 3 packs, so not that great. I mean, 1 license to kill. I mean, you're better off going in Tycoon, right? You can get a lot of resources, a lot of food if you need it. Yeah, but I don't know. I wish they would make some of the prizes a little bit better. This just seems like a waste to me. Beyond just your kill count and EMD, but you know, I'm not a huge person on that either. I've only probably lost about like 10 million might myself here. Right, let's see what's going on again. So we're gonna hold for another 5 minutes. It looks like they're way too ahead of time though. That's a bad timing again. Unless they have a timer, and then it doesn't matter. So ideally they should have the timer set. And the timer is someone you send from far away. So even though it says it's gonna launch in 1 minute and 38 seconds, it can really be like 5 or 6 minutes beyond that out. So then you can time it, and then you can speed that person in to walk when you want, and then carp in or cancel it as necessary. But he's giving us just more minutes and more minutes of occupied time. So he was 26 point, almost 4 million troops. I'm sure he's doing some healing stuff. He's dropped a lot of might. Let's see if he's got anti-on, or he, yeah, he has it on finally. He kind of learned his lesson. But I have a feeling he'll put it on the attack boost right when he's about to hit, and then switch out. I practice doing that with DNs and stuff too. Sometimes I'll wait till I'm like a second or 2 out, and then switch, and then try to switch back, just for practice. Alright, we have 32 minutes left here. Got a new player on coming in. It looks like he's just playing. Yeah, he's 50s. He's just having fun. There's always that one guy. Ah, I didn't do that. Trying to get a scout report again for you guys. And we pulled, so you won't get a report there. But then he pulled, so this is open right now again. So Joker's about to get it. Now I'm going to... We want to reinforce. We already have enough people in there. Didn't really need to speed up, but I'm not sure what his strategy is at this point now, because every time he does that and we pull and go in rain, we're getting another 5 minutes of occupy time. So I don't think he really has much of a chance there. He should be at a T5 cavalry too. So it's going to be info range or 550 or something like that. So these guys are not. Right. This basically we're only just playing against him. Never any problem with gold. I think I have like 11 billion in my bag alone. All right. I was just thinking about garrisoning just to see what that person was sending, but I don't think it's even worth it. So this is their bank, probably shielded outside. 26 minutes to go. Oh, 1 minute, 40 seconds. I'm gonna grab his thing when he walks. You can see his might just keeps dropping and dropping every time. But getting 155 castle stars is actually quite a big deal, and so props to that for anybody who does that. This guy is hilarious. I told you he sent one. Merlin's feeling a little salty. I get he just sent a message to the Joker. Easy to win like this. Alone you cannot, LOL. But you know, you never win alone. That's what the team is for. And that's why it's important to have a good guild. So then he is walking, he walked, he probably saw that we pulled, so there. Now he's just got anti on most of the time now. He learned his lesson. Sure what's happening here. So he's got only 197,000 left, unless he boosts it up. But you can tell they're dwindling on troops now. And he's not using the attack boost anymore, so he's keeping the anti on, because I guess he doesn't want us to know that as well. He needs a timer, so I will. Oh, the timer's in. Alright, let's see. I was about to move out just in case they needed a timer, but someone else took care of it. So there you can see that that's the timer. It's a 36, minutes away. So then Joker can speed in whenever he likes. He should be in his mixed gear. And we're approaching 20 minutes. This does just take a little bit of patience. But Emperor is the real doozy, especially if you're doing it for 8 hours. Or KVK if you're actually holding. Like, a lot of times I'm holding a base and like multiple forts at the same time, especially in Kingdom 1000. So I'm pretty much always aware of what's going on, even when I'm off, because I'm still holding, even when I'm doing other things. But that account is a little bit scary, for the restricted type of place. So it don't have much danger or competition there, unless I always get hit by a trap, which pretty much almost every KVK one trap always gets me, or I go YOLO and I just try it anyway. But I'm getting better at that. He's saying stop. Nah, everybody's just being sassy. I didn't really see any black wings either on either side, so. And so what's he have in there? So now, of course, these heroes are the paid heroes, and each is a different type, like infantry, cavalry, range, cav. I don't remember what Dream Witch is actually. I'll check in a second. But typically they give the 20%, the 25% attack boost for the army instead of the individual 30% attack and hit points. They give the army hit points and army attack. Now, did they take it, or did they pull? Let's see. Yeah. Nope. Oh, they had one person in there? They must have pulled and had one person go in. So it's going to be another 5 minutes. That will take us to 12 minutes. So, I mean, this is pretty much a done deal. Let's just see if any rallying or soloing happens at the end. But again, this is not an Emperor, so you don't get any prizes. So it's not even worth wasting his troops, in my opinion. He's walking, I don't know why. That's that B guy again. Minutes. in 3 minutes. I haven't lost troops in a long time, which is nice. You know, of course, not getting the kills anymore. But that's part of the strategy. So I ended up with a little under 600,000 total points. I don't know if I had any beforehand or not on this account. But it's not one of my favorite events. Wow, that's 700,000 points for one devil cap, actually. So it's not even one devil cap. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't see any value here, to be honest with you, in terms of the rewards. Maybe it's like a little practice run for Amp, I guess. Now, if you're Paladin, you know, 100,000 gems is pretty nice, but you probably spend more than that preparing for it. And you get bragging rights. And that just shows you which of the kingdoms are participating in this one as well. So like 1002, 214, and in between it's kind of randomized. That's what we call our banking Kingdom 1000. Actually, the account name is Secret Stash. Kingdom Laborers. But I actually already maxed it out. I used gems and just maxed out the whole thing because of the artifact event that was going on, or is going on. And then we also have the troop army build up campaign too here, which I completed. I actually completed just getting all T5 actually, but I was pretty low, as you guys saw from last Emperor, so I built it back up. Dragon Arena coming, we have Showdown. Again, oh, that's Guildfest. But I'm sure you guys saw, we got 5th in the world in Guildfest, so that's why we had that little fancy banner. And the gifts were pretty good, for the most part. Oh, wow. Now this is the funny part. For Showdown, I'm actually not even there. I don't get to actually make the cut this time. So I am first runner-up, I guess. So right now the minimum is 2. I just barely missed it. So if I want to be in it, I might have to boost up, but it doesn't really matter to me. We normally win, so that'll be good. But it's kind of funny though when you look at it, like all these 2 billion accounts, they're not even fighting in Showdown. So occupied. I thought we already occupied it. Let's see. He probably ordered to something. I think they're out of range T5 too. And 992. On. Let's go ahead and I hate virtual. I don't know. I've not been a big fan of like some of these side things, but they're still worth it. I still collect it. I still have to finish it. I think they're like 2 more levels or another level or so. I was at 6 for the longest time. I completed on my Kingdom 1000 account, but I just keep collecting them. A lot of these guys are almost like level 14, but when you get to level 15, that's when you get the good troop attack percentage build up. Same thing with Trial by Fire. You actually start getting really good gifts. Like, you know, I'm at the 800 kind of level, and you start getting, like, I think Terra Seeds, and it's really great for, like, if you need T4. Like, it's great for new players, but it's just so slow to do that, like 200 times and the speed of it. So IGG has to speed this up for us. And I don't even bother doing troop types anymore like I did in my other YouTube video. I just click auto assemble and just let it run now, because it doesn't remember it and it's changing every time anyway. So peeking at the artifacts here real quick. I like to update any of the army attack, of the troop attack ones first, more than anything else. But it doesn't look like I have it really available to do that. Alright. Let's go back and see what we're gonna do for the final couple minutes here. And we have 9 more minutes left, so we're wrapping this up. We definitely should have Joker as Paladin. One last hurrah. So see, they're dwindling what they have in there and how they're refilling it. They barely have much T5 in there, even on the support level. He's only got Inf in there as well. Seven minutes left. So once this rally lasts, it should be over. So let's go 4 minutes. Maybe it takes another minute and a half to walk. That will be a wrap. I'm finally getting over that cold I had. It's been like some nasty bug the whole family got like the past week. So, you know, that's why some of my videos I wasn't in the video, or you know, I sounded a little bit congested. So today's the first day I feel really good, and they just pulled. Probably one troop bit. What's everyone doing? Just having fun, I guess. Alright, this should be the final one, just in case. should be a... Whew. This was a long one, a little bit. The last one was a lot more competitive. How we were doing it, having to keep speeding in because there was so many people going for it. You have to rain as quickly as possible. So 4 minutes and 7 seconds. So that should finish it off now, unless they're timing it too. But we won't. I won't know that at least because I'm not on the call with the other guilds. So whoever's holding it would actually see if they're coming up. So, but I'm sure they're gonna do one more. Because even second place, you get, you know, some good prizes. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. You know, we didn't look at their guild information here. So they're about 100 billion level guild, level 31. Italy, Italian. Translate. We're a player over 500 million. Seriousness, no Farmville. That's something I would actually say to a lot of people too when they complain about getting hit and not shielding. It's like, well, it's not Farmville. If you want to go like gather and do stuff, you know, you're playing the wrong game. 100 million kills, T5, pack seals. That's probably sigils. Bad translation. Players. Alright. You compare it to us. We are, you know, probably, I think we're at the top of my guild, I think, in the game. With 284 billion. We're almost always at 100 members on that level. And if you look at our might ranking chart, you know, it goes anywhere from like 16 billion. With most players over like the 2 billion, like you saw me there, at 61. And some of these are traps and rally traps and, you know, things like that, or banks on the lower end, but most of our players are over 2 billion. And in fact, if you're under 3 billion, you have to shield. And I know I mentioned that before a bit of times. And then as a family guild, sometimes you know, Maddie will come in into our guild if you know if we're pushing him for Baron and things like that. So we get to play with pretty much the whole LH family. Alright, so he's gonna hit here, get him out, and then let's see if we go real quick. Now see how we're speeding in? That was a timer, and let's see if they pull it or not. This should be the last one, and he pulled last second. So we're gonna get it for the last 38 seconds. I was kind of hoping they took it, but that's a wrap. That one annoying guy, he just came in. At least he can say he got some occupy time. why this guy hit us. He shouldn't have. He should have pulled. But again, I guess that's bad communication or something. I don't know. But he got capped. That was weird. That was a little bit odd. Points right now being calculated. And that's a wrap. So it looks like Joker will be the Paladin. And there it is, yep. So we won. Joker is now Paladin. And of course you get the Paladin's Horde where you get 100,000 gems, 120 million gold. You get the Chalice title, Prestige 100, that's just for having it. And that shows the competing kingdoms. There are no gifts or anything that he can pass out, unfortunately. We just get our points and get to have those prizes, so... Go, GG, that's it. And that's a wrap. And so this has been 10x Dragon, and this was the award for the Chalice in we were in Kingdom 214, but LH0. So now I'm being kicked out of there back into my kingdom. So hope you got some fun from watching that and maybe picked up a couple of strategy points. If you want to see me stream Emperor and some other events, you know, let me know in the comments. Subscribe, like, share, let people know about the videos. I'm creating a whole, you know, Dragon's Guide to Lord's mobile game as well. So, you know, hints, tips that I'm picking up, I'm happy to share with you. Love to hear your tips back as well, because I'm always still learning myself. All right, well, have a wonderful day, and good luck in your Chalice and your battles.